fix camera real quick. But other than that, everything seems to be working pretty good. I need to invest in a better camera. There we go. Y'all can't make out the details very well, but this is the psychophage. It's an anti-psyker monster for the Tyranids. Not an army that I've done before, but I'm pretty excited to start. I've got a pretty good idea of what I want to do for the carapace and stuff like that. So yeah. This paintbrush. We're going to start off with the carapace because I've been excited to use this color. It's called Pink Flash Rose Brilliant. And that's probably more than enough of what we'll need. All right. So just start brushing it on. Probably more than that, though. Uh-oh. So I've run into a small problem immediately. This is supposed to not be this pink color. This is supposed to be a blue color. It's blue on every other model that I've painted with this color on. Maybe it's because I'm not painting enough. I don't know. Um, it's not going blue. Maybe I need to mix it up quite a bit on the palette, and then come back over it with. Oh no! Oh no! It is flamboyant. It's supposed to be blue. Once I get this, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Um, it's one of my color shifting paints that I own. So I'm not. It's the back end is starting to look blue. You can't tell, but yeah, it's starting to look blue. But yeah, I'll go back. I gotta go find a blue model. Yeah, this is the color it's supposed to be. This bluish purple. Uh, I don't know what's going on. Um, I really don't. So, but whatever, we'll run with it. I'll paint it. So, psychophage is going to look a little different than what I thought it was going to do. A little bit more flamboyant, like you said, but nothing too disastrous. I mean, like I said, it's coming out pretty nice. I really don't know why though it's doing that. I'll tell you what it is. It's because I'm painting it on white. I've primed all my other minis black. So they it goes on black. That's what it is. So if I want this pink flash, I have to paint my minis white. Okay. All right. What I could do is reprime or just stop painting this and paint it black. But I'm committed to the pink now. Oh, that's pretty funny. I should have tested this out, but I didn't think it through. So that is a bit unfortunate. I don't know. Okay, whatever. We'll just we'll adapt. Use darker colors around everything else. That's so unfortunate. Looks pretty though. I'll give it that. I do like the paint. That's why I bought it, and then it turned out pink. Okay, so that's something we'll need to do for, or we'll learn for up later. Is my I'll probably do black on the bottom now. I was gonna do this blue tint on the top, well, this blue tint on the top, and then do the bottom. Or I could paint the carapace blue, like his like the regular skin blue, and we'll go from there. But yeah, Rose the biophage. This means all the details that we're going to be putting on it later are going to have to change colors. I had this idea for it, blue, and the carapace would be so pretty. But hmm, I think we'll run with it though. I'll put a black paint on the underneath of, or before I paint this on the rest of my bugs that I've got. We'll paint. We'll give them a sheen so that it's the right color. We just got to get all the little details of the carapace now. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Doo -doo. Oh, that being said, I'm going to test something else out. You know what? I am going to do straight up. I'm going to do the bottom of the skin in a different color. It'll be this. It should. It is on other models that I've painted. Copper color. So I'm pretty excited to see how it'll turn out on this model. We're going to do a lot of coats of this pink. Which other are the other hands there? Just trying to get all the details. Probably give it a minute to let the rest of that stuff dry when we work on a different color. Rose the biophage. I am liking it. It's certainly a little bit more flamboyant than I anticipated. Whoopsie daisy. Gonna get the underside of the armor, the carapace really quick. Just the parts that we can see. All right. That's part of his jaw too, so we'll pick that up. Oh, This is why you plan ahead. This right here is why you plan ahead. But I'm not. Like I said, I'm gonna use that other paint, the copper color. It's copper on black models, black primed models. So I'm excited to see how it looks on this primer is called Wraithbone. So I am really looking forward to how it turns out on the other. You know what? Hmm. Do a little bit of Magnus purple, and we'll do the yeah. That's what we'll do. We're gonna do Magnus purple for the underbelly. This purple. I know this is purple because I've primed it white on other stuff. So I know this is going to be the correct color. So it's going to go in like that and just be a nice purple. We're going to get it all in here. All the purple shades. This is Magnus Contrast Color Paint, Speed Paint. I think it's Speed Paint. That's what it's called. It's Citadel Yeah, it's just contrast. Get all the little holes on the side here. Get up underneath there. We're going to leave that bottom part of it white just for contrast. Oh, and we missed a spot with the pink on the last carapace on its tail, which is fine. You know, we'll fix it just a second. Mm-hmm. Definitely one. I like that purple pink. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Mm. Mm. Go a little bit darker here. Let it pool up. Spread it out. Did I do that? No, but we will. So like the whole underbelly is the same color. We're also going to do a bit of this purple on the top, and then we're going to do green and then blue for its corrosive spit. Is what it is. This is like a flamer bug. So what it takes, it eats psychers or people with psychic abilities. It'll eat them and then turn that into like this acid, which it will shoot out at other people, psychers, non-psychers, really anti-infantry. So the bugs only consider or only eat biomass. That's all they're real programmed to do. Uh, but yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them. I like the way they are. Like I don't really collect bugs. All the majority of what I've got specifically to play the board game Space Marine 2. So I don't plan on buying more bugs. I do have a decent amount that I have to paint. And you know what? I think I'm gonna paint the tentacles purple too. And then once they spread out, I'll do another color on top of that so that it blends in really well. I'm loving these contrast paints. I didn't have any of them, and then I've bought a bunch in a row by not by accident, but just happenstance. This guy seems to have something in his arm, something in his tentacles, his maul. They get D6 attacks with the maul, and then I think it hits on 3. Does a decent amount of damage. So you usually would take these guys to get rid of psychers, um, or other other problem infantrymen. Um, they give when you play them in the real 40K game, they do wounds. I think they wound on a 2, depending on they wound based on strength and how the game goes. But yeah, we'll probably paint that. Sad to say, we'll probably paint this Space Marine arm. It's we'll probably paint that a salamander color because that's my main army. Go back over this, spread out a bit more on some of this paint. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do green for the base, blue or purple for the base. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Green, purple, blue for the base up top for the fire. Maybe. But that will probably need a second coat once that gets dry. Maybe not. Probably not. And so we're going to move on to, we're going to redo some of this rose pink, I think, if it's dry. Yeah, it's starting to dry. So we're going to do another coat of the brilliant flash. So that way it maybe starts to shift colors. I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. Gotta figure out what I want to paint, what color I'm painting the arm. Yeah, see that's the color it's supposed to be. No, it is literally just me being an idiot, not knowing to test paints before. Just gonna get the top here, and we've got to get that back. Yeah, this part we missed earlier, so it's going to be pink as well. To go in a completely different direction than I anticipated, but it happens. All right, that's all good. I'm going to get the sides here. I might do black here on the back, on the legs. We might do black. I don't know. If another color screams to me, I'll do it. But I'm not too worried about what it is. I'm just having fun painting. I'm literally just kind of picking paints as I go for this because because of the it being the wrong color. I had an idea and everything. Yeah. All right, we'll let that dry. I'm gonna do another just gob of paint along this back end here, just so it sticks better. And then we're going to do some kind of color in the vents. I really don't know what to call them. There's these little vents that go up to the acid. We'll call it acid because it's not exactly a flamer. But yeah. Doo-doo. Alrighty. Trying to get each individual armor panel done in a pink that I like. Oh, we've accidentally mixed in with the still drying purple. That is what it is. Gonna go up here to the maw up here. We color that. Get a lot of the parts we missed earlier. Uh, Doo doo. Rose the psychophage. I don't know. It's growing on me. I'm kind of glad I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. I didn't mess up. So that's what I'm kind of glad on. I keep seeing these people paint termagants in like the colors of Bowser and stuff, and that looks really good. So they'll do the top green and the spikes above it, like white, which is like the spikes on Bowser's back. We're gonna leave some of these bones bone, but we're gonna do black everywhere else so that it actually like pops. Hell yeah. A little bit more for her face carapace. Yeah, she's coming along great now. She's coming along fantastic. A little bit pinker in some places, but that's how armor works, or in the animal world. All right, we're gonna get that teal or the copper color. It's another one of those same ones. It's well, I guess if it's white primer, it's gonna come out this, which I'm okay. Just need a little bit. We don't need that too much. It's blue, copper, whatever you want to call it. For my colorblind viewers, it's not crazy. Oh, that blue goes really good. Oh, I love it. We'll probably just do all the bones in this color. Go ahead and tell me my bone color is wrong. I live in a Space Marine 40K world where everything's wrong. That's the first coat right there, and that's just a striking arm. Striking. This color here. Paint a little there. And that other one is here. We'll have to go back over this as well. That's the second. This is the second real big blade on the psychophage's legs. I've got a concrete block back there built into its base stand, how they want you to do it. That's not bad. I like that. I might. That's a good idea. I'm probably going to end up doing all of my elites in this pink, and maybe let the um, normal units be the blue that I was anticipating. So that might be something. And you know what? We'll go ahead and get this bottom part here in this copper color, which is, it's not a copper color, it's something else. Teal? Orange? No, it's not orange, that's for sure. I don't know why I said orange. Maybe I'm colorblind. We'll let those dry. I do want to do the teeth, but those are going to be a pain in the ass. We have to get up underneath this and do the details. Just bear with me. Purple mixed with it. That's fine. I don't care. This is not a part of the model many people will see unless they're picking it up and going, "Oh, interesting. You've painted it the wrong colors." To which I will respond, "Yes." Doing this bottom part here. Is that part of the bone? Yeah, we'll just kind of paint it. And then, like I said, we'll do that black. Paint the back side of the bone. And once we get the black finished, we'll go back over all the extra parts. Let's just retouch up that, retouch up that. Grab the teeth up here, because I know they're going to be a hassle. It's got blue teeth. It comes from a world. So the Tyranids can adapt to any situation. They don't have generals or anything to send in, like smart bugs or anything. They don't have anything like that to send in and be like, "Oh, well, I need this." They'll just adapt and overcome. So if there is a particularly nasty psyker on the battlefield, these guys will be made, not born, not like brought in, but made specifically to fight those psykers. Just bear with me just a moment. This bottom part has got some. You know what? Did I super glue it? I did not. This one, this one. Uh, give me a minute. Give me a second. I have to poke out the bottom. All right, there's one. Hold the back. It's very difficult. There's two. And there's three. Fantastic. So I just went ahead and took it off its base so I can get the bottom easier. All right. You can see the ribs up here and the body, like where I've been doing this special blue paint, teal paint. Yeah. We can see a lot better what everywhere we need to paint is. Like we'll go back with that purple that we had earlier and do the bottom of its mouth here. as well as I think that's it to just redo. Mhm. We're gonna go back over the weapons again. I do like this, the green, the copper. I do like it because of gives us it's just shine. It's very metallic, so it gives it a shine. It's not supposed to have. Let's actually do that. To show Brewer my bugs, because one of my buddies plays Tyranids for realsies, and his bugs are all painted pretty good. Those that he has painted, I'll have to make poke fun at him because he plays horde armies, but he doesn't like painting horde armies. So all of his stuff is still unpainted, or at least supposedly. I've not actually seen his collection or anything like that. That's just I'm saying what somebody else has said to me. And then all down that way to the silver bells. All right. And then, like I said, that will be black, which will look really striking, and all those arms will be black too, which will bring a lot of contrast to the mini. All right. Like I said, we're gonna go back to the purple real quick, touch up what we've missed, mainly that spot on the bottom, and then we're good to go. If we get finished with this, I might do suppressors. I'm super excited to paint those. It is looking good so far. Really, really surprised. Well, not really surprised. Just ah, it's really funny to me that we messed. I got the colors wrong, so we'll continue to get colors wrong. This abomination, freak to nature, the underbelly. I'm gonna grab its. There's a tooth that I missed. Like, yeah. This contrast paint's easy. It's cheating. It really is. It really is just cheating. I paint a little bit of it and it flows into the cracks, paints everything. It is cheating. And I'm mad that I didn't use it before. Get this part up here. This tentacle. That's a fleshy. We're gonna paint the inside of the mouth pink, barbarian flesh pink. Um, I had that idea from the beginning. We're just gonna keep going with that, but we gotta get all the nooks and crannies of the purple. So fucking stupid. You know what? All right, well, I don't want to do black anymore. Black would be too contrasting. So I don't know what color I'm going to use for the arm parts here. What do you guys think? What should I use there? I've got pretty much every color, and if I don't, ooh, no, orange would look too bright. Um, red, maybe. Yeah, maybe red. Um, let's see. Not silver, not brown. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gray, runic. Well, yeah, we could do red. I could do red there. It would look very contrasting, out of focus to the model there. So that's what I'll do. We'll put the gray away. We'll put red first, and then we'll put the gray on and see if that does anything. Oh, but I wanted to do red in the. Well, we'll do a different color in the middle and the recesses. So strap in. Ooh, this is a bright red. We're gonna null noil it down when we get a chance. I took the model off the camera. Just give me a moment. Yeah. Once that starts drying, it'll look pretty good. So just gotta get the underside here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and grab the backside of the armor plate. Hold the arm plate. All right, there's one arm. We can see some detail down in there, so we'll grab it. All right, we'll do the other side in the same red. Once it dries, it looks really bright now, but once it dries, it'll look a little bit better. There we go. More contrasting, I guess. Uh, we'll have to go back over with the that's other color later, but it is what it is. These muscly arms. It's got a lot of muscles considering. I guess if you're building, rushing forward with something like this, you kind of need to be muscular, eh? Might need to put more paint on my palette. That's it. That's what we'll do. Dunk it there. Mix in some of that, and then go right back over it. That red. And then do the other arm. Need some color, or we need some harder effects. I don't know. This is the first book I've painted, and even considering messing up just a wee bit on the actual color scheme, I'd say it's turning out pretty well. Yeah, if we this is going to be a quick one because I can even tell that I'm almost finished. I might paint up the suppressors. All right, we're gonna put it back down on. I don't want that to roll too hard. This way. Right? There's nope. That one. That one and that one. This way. Yeah, that one there. And the middle one. Right There we go. And then where's there's that one. Oops, just dipped my finger in nothing but paint. All right, now we can hold it and look around and how it's gonna look. Probably do like a blue for the vents. I want to do green, some kind of green color scheme for the the acid. So that would be what we do. He's got Weedle arms. Uh, that's fun. Just this deep red looks really good. It's like you can definitely tell this is like some kind of freak of nature. We'll go back over the pink and back over the blue once we finish. Those will be the last two colors I go back over. So let me fix any mistakes I've made. Um, paint up this last little arm here. Um, does look a little bit rainbowy, but it is what it is. Definitely going to go into this mouth and paint that paint that better with that Magnus purple. Like I said, I'm definitely liking the once that red dries, I'm going to go back over it with the very watery gray, not to get rid of the red, just to dull it. That's really my intention there, is to dull it rather than get rid of it completely. And paint the tongue. Oh, that's a lot of wet paint. We can add some to the base. Very wet mouth. I'm going to get rid of that at a different point when I do the bases. Um, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Since we're doing the Space Marine helmet or the arm green, we can go back over it. That could be why his toxins are green, because it ate a Space Marine. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, for the tabletop aspect of it, it's pretty good. Other other Tyranid units in the area that this thing is in will get a feel no pain. It's just any Tyranids within 6 inches of this model. That's decent. Like, especially if you're running like 2 or 3 of these together, not like as the same unit, but just different units that you're running together. Like they're all running up the field at the same time. Alone together. There we go. I love it. We're gonna try that gray on the ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, we're gonna do really exotic colors for the thing. We're gonna start out with an orange. No. Yes. Orange is second. Green will be the base. And we'll do green, and then orange, and then we're gonna do that top layer in a yellow. And then to coat that yellow, I'm gonna use Nuclear Fallout, which is a paint that I love, and I love using it. I'm looking for any excuse to use it. But like I said, we're gonna do that runic gray next on the arms. We'll do it here. Now we don't need a lot of this. It'll cover. I hope the red is dry enough for it. But yeah, it'll just go on, and it'll darken it. It's kind of like a wash. I'm using it kind of like a wash, but it's not really. Um, I'll use no oil when I'm done, just to really darken up the model, or to get into the recesses, the shadows. So yeah, now the arm has, you can see more of the muscular texture and such, and that's what washes do. Just have it like that, pull it up where it wants to pull up. We can't really control how this contrast paint goes. This is contrast? No, this is speed paint. Oh, I'm really liking that though. A little bit more gray here. All right, we're almost finished with the gray. We're gonna let that dry though. Definitely looking better, better, better. I like the red. I like the gray. Uh, let's go ahead and paint this stone back here that he's standing on. I'm gonna paint it gray just because it's stone. It's part of the model too. Tyranids will go in and they'll eat an entire world, just completely tear it down. Rocks, anything organic, rocks. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, we'll do the base coat green. So let's just go ahead and get that out now. Oh, that's so good. I love green. Green's my favorite color. You could tell by the amount of green Space Marines I've painted. So we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go all the way up with it just to coat all of it, and then the orange. No, I don't usually use clear coats. Not for any particular reason. Um, I just don't have one. I don't need one. A lot of people use, a lot of painters, like these kind of painters, will use a wash, and it does the same effect as this graded, where it just accentuates the muscles. Sorry, big words are hard. You could use a finish. Just I don't. I've seen painters do, but I don't see the use in it. This is definitely looking some freaky shit. Oh, I love it. All right, while that's green is drying, I used way too much green, so we're gonna use a couple coats of that. Well, no, like I said, we'll probably use that. We'll probably paint a suppressor and use the green to cover up mistakes. Just gonna go really hard on this green. And then while we're waiting for that green to dry, we're going to do another coat of the pink. Really doing all the places we missed, all of it. Yeah, just lather it on. We'll do green in the middle here. Yeah. Let's make sure we get that butt carapace, that stinger. So I've been talking about how they'll eat psykers and use it. It's called a psychoclastic torrent, and yeah, and then it's got talons and a be-tentacled maw. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. It eats you, and eats you hard. But all Tyranids will eat you. When Tyranids are done invading a planet, because they are, they don't like, they're not an intelligent system like life system. They all follow this hive mind, the hive mind. Um, but when they go into a world to convert it to biomass, which is how they use to reproduce, feed, use this, go forward on the ships and such. Um, they'll just completely strip a planet. I keep almost dipping this into different colors, and that might be cool, but I don't want to do that right now. So that pink is very pink. That green is very green. I'm having my well, no, I mean, like, I'm not done yet with the green, so I'm having second thoughts about the green, but it's not too late. It's gonna get better. And if it doesn't, then well, I can just always blame it on myself because I'm the one who did it. I'm not gonna do the like all of the teeth. Trust the process. Yeah, you gotta trust the process. It probably is going to turn out right. I mean, worst case scenario, it looks janky as hell, and it looks janky as hell, and that's it. That's it. That's the process. We want it to look janky as hell. It's a crazy bug thing from outer space. So the one of the like, so 40K is all about like the worst possible case scenario, right? Worst case scenario. When we first encountered the Tyranids, they were invading a planet called Tyran, which is where they got their name. They were just coming in from like the east of space. Let's just say that this is east. That this is the solar system. This is our universe, our galaxy base. Yeah, our galaxy. So they were just coming in from the east at first into a planet called Tyran. Well, over years and a couple centuries, they came in from this side, and this side, this side, this side, and this side. So the running theory is that we are completely surrounded by Tyranids, and there's nothing we can do about it, which is terrifying. In fact, the only things that can really survive against the Tyranids right now are space Egyptian Terminators called the Necrons. And their king, Sazerac, the Silent King, he looks like this. Let me get this better. He looks like this. He went out and exiled himself after the Egyptian space Terminators put themselves to sleep because time will make sure that they continue to exist. It was their whole plan was to go to sleep for 65 million years. Well, he put himself into exile, and as soon as he came across the Tyranids, he hightailed it back to our galaxy and started waking up people going bugs, 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 bugs. And they cannot be eaten by the Tyranids because they are living metal called necrodermis. Um, but honest to God, if he's freaking out that hard about this, we probably should too. But propaganda is a big thing in 40K. And it never works out for anybody. Everybody who's in charge of propaganda doesn't want people below them to figure out, like, the shit sucks. They're just finishing up. Or just adding more detail to these. But yeah, I was talking about its weapons and its psychophage E-ness. I didn't paint the Space Marine's arm like I said I was going to. But it's specifically designed to kill psykers, like I mentioned. Its digestive tract is able to metabolize psychic life forms into a psychocorrosive ash. So it's not like an acid. The whipping of its tentacles can like strip the mind of psykers before they can even have a chance to like defend themselves. So like this is what the Tyranids send against people who are psykers. Mostly, the most notable races with psykers are the Eldar, and they're already on the back foot anyway. Their plan, they birthed a god that decided, I'm gonna eat you guys when you die. And so that's how they're dealing with it. Tyranids are great. Tyranids are objectively the good guys in 40K because they're just eating. They just eat and they move on. They don't particularly they don't torture their victims. They don't spend longer than they need to. They either eat you or you kill one, and then the next one eats you. And then there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them on a planet to eat it. Their ships are alive. Everything about the Tyranids is a living life form. I don't think that green's dry yet. So we're just gonna keep going with the pink for a little bit until we give a little bit more time for that to dry. So we're gonna grab some of this extra detail down here. Color its eyes be. It's not inherently evil, so red's out of the picture. I might do blue. Oh yeah, like I said, all right, that's what I'm gonna do instead. While I'm waiting for the green to dry, I'm going to touch up green on the psychocorrosive venting that it has. So here, there's some on its arms. I'm not really gonna touch the arms down there because it seems to be pretty good without it. So just green there, green there, green there. Well, I'm not gonna worry about touching these up and putting like the different colors that I was going to put. Like I'm gonna put orange next and then yellow on top. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna worry about that. But I thought I saw some more. Oh yeah, well I've got the green in my hand. Thanks for reminding me. The green Space Marine arm. I'm gonna have to do a couple of coats of that because this is kind of difficult for y'all to see that green. We're gonna touch up the red with some red, some of what I need to do, the core bone of red. And I mean, overall, I'd say it looks good. I'm gonna touch this up real quick because I can, and now I have to wait longer for the green to dry because I'm adding more. But it just gives me more time to look around the mall to find more places that I missed, more color, more detail. We're gonna go do all of these back little things here with this pink. I was gonna say I'm kind of glad. I would have preferred it to be purple. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I would prefer it have been the color that I thought it was going to be. It is unfortunate, but there is nothing I can do about it. Now I just have to. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll just sell this one, and I'll buy a new one, and paint the other one correctly. No, that would be irresponsible with me with my money. I'm not gonna do that. I'm already irresponsible enough with my money. Doop doop doo. Need to paint the birds at some point. I have a second set of birds. So that means that when I do paint, I have another group of these guys that when I paint them, I hope to God that they are the correct color because I'm going to be kind of upset if my pink is now pink. Like, I'm hoping it's because I painted on white or wraithbone and that's why it's this color. I can always check. Ooh, that means if I paint something half white, half black, and I paint a strip of this stuff over it, it should transition halfway through. So that's something that I could do. Oh, those muscles look ripped. That red really it does look good. It doesn't look as bright anymore because of the gray that we did. So it fits into the model pretty well now. So I'm glad we did that. And red was the way to go. apparently washes are the way to do things afterwards. Rose, the special Tyrannid, is almost done. I've talked about what it does in lore. I've talked a little about what it does on the tabletop. I've not played it on the tabletop personally. I've not played Tyranids on the tabletop at all. I got them specifically for a board game, but it's pretty good. It's got 8 inches of movement, so it's decently high movement considering. I'm gonna get that purple back out. I see some spots that I want to grab. Um, specifically like right here. I'm gonna make that darker, and then up here. But yeah, let's go. It's got 8 inches of movement, which is decent. Like I said, it's a flamer kind of bug, so it will it can't miss its attacks. Like it'll automatically hit all of its attacks. That's just how flamer-esque weapons go in 40K. But so it can't miss. It gets D6 attacks. Strength 6, I think. Yeah, strength 6, I believe. So it's just anything with like a toughness of 3 will get wounded on a 2, which it's pretty good. I mean, it's anti-infantry, but that's how flamers in general is anti-infantry. So there's no surprise there. It's got 10 wounds, which wounds are like health in 40K. So if you want to shoot back at it, you have to get 10 damage through. So it's pretty strong. I mean, for what it does, it's a big target though. Toughest is 9. So if you want to wound this thing, you have to have a strength weapon 18 to wound it on a 2. But if you want to wound it on just normal, so the way it works is if it's doubled, the toughness is half of the strength of the weapon. You need a 6 to wound. If it's higher but not double, you need a 5. If it's same, you need a 4. And then it starts to be if the toughness is weaker than the strength of the weapon that you're shooting, then you need less to wound. But yeah, and then it's got an OC of 3, I want to say. And that just means that when you're going to protect it like something, you need it has just an objective control, not an OC of 3. That's a lot of orange. We didn't need that much orange. But we're just gonna go from the top here and paint down. Well, actually, we do need that much orange to cover up all the green. Not all of the green, but the green on the way down. And this is not like anything crazy that I'm measuring out. I'm just trusting the process. I do. It's very It's not Christmassy. The other holiday that we're around. Halloween. It's very Halloweeny in my opinion. But yeah. It's like this orange will look pretty good. I like, you know what? I like the green and the orange. I really like the green and the orange. I'm glad we did it. I'm glad. Trust the process. We really, really, really have to trust the process. I'm insane and I don't know what I'm doing, but we got to trust the process anyway. That is it neon or harvest pumpkin? Oh, it is harvest orange. So it literally is sort of kind of Halloweeny. Pumpkin-y. I'm gonna try to clean my desk off. So just waiting for that orange to dry. The orange is craft paint. I don't particularly care. People, I am learning to love the Citadel paints, but I can't justify buying $6 pots of paint. This was 25 cents. That big thing was 25 cents. This thing was $6, and that's like crazy to me. It's 18 milliliters, and this is 59 milliliters. Granted, that stuff doesn't coat the way that this does. What's it doing? Oh, more of the armor, or more of the weapons. I guess I did actually get to my time instead of. I might just cut the stream early instead of ending it. I don't know. Or starting something else. I love the mall. The mall having like purpley. That's something we can paint. This color. Oops. I did it again. I play with you. I love Britney Spears. I'm gonna listen to her all day at work tomorrow. Too much. I might do I'm gonna do a wash on the car carapace so it doesn't look as frilly and pink. Well, not as frilly. I don't care if it looks frilly and pink. But I need it to look more natural. And that I've been converted. Jacob tried to convert me. I didn't. I painted them red, wanted them darker, got a wash. So, yeah. All right, we're gonna do another. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not exactly dry yet. And then we still got to do a yellow, and then we still got to do the other one. So I think what we'll do in the meantime is get a wash. I have this Knoll Oil shade. And so we're going to grab that and a different brush. This is my crappy. Where's my crappy brush? The big brush. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Moment of truth. This will be like a wash. It'll go into the recesses and kind of darken everything and pull up where it wants to. But we just need to use a lot of it. That's just how washes work. But I'm trying to get it everywhere. Don't let it copy stain, is what it's called. Or it's what I heard somebody else call it. And so it doesn't look as just straight up pink anymore. Looks a little bit more natural. If we go from the front ways, it'll pull up in the, if we go frontwards like this, it'll pull up into the cracks of the armor. And not cracks, but like the back sides of the armor. We don't want it to do that. Oh, this is washing it away. Huh. It's like kind of, yeah, it's kind of doing something crazy there. So we're going to keep doing it this way instead. Try to get rid of more of it. Okay, well, we learned a lesson. Well, I like it. It's the pink's not as flamboyant as it was. It's fine, like I said. But now it looks more kind of natural. Gonna try to get rid of that backside. It's filling up something it's not supposed to. No, come out. I don't want you in there. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'll have to have Jacob teach me how to wash. This did well. The contrast, that did perfect. And I guess it's just the way the armor is. That orange still isn't dry. But we can't really wait. Or I mean we can. I'm just gonna add some more. Let it mix in. Doing little shades, I guess. Kind. Well, I was gonna say I kind of don't want to do yellow. No, because of the orange and the green match. I don't know. What do you guys think? More add yellow or just leave it green and orange? And I'm gonna do the nuclear sunrise on top of either the orange or that. Give it kind of another shade, like we did the gray. Once it eventually dries. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're just cleaning up some of the puller versions of the wash. That's fine. We'll leave it like that. All right. I'll do this. I have some other contrast. I don't know. That's a wash. This is blue. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do just a drop of blue if I can get my blue out. It's been wanting to stick. Yeah, it's wanting to stick. All right. Oh, I could just dip my paintbrush in it. And now Rose the psychophage has blue eyes. It's a blue eyes white dragon. I'm going to do a little more green on the arm, and then we'll add a little bit of red for gore. So yeah, he's ripped off a salamander's arm. And that salamander was a librarian. And so now he's got the psychic touch. Aw, Mouse, you broke your box, you fat fuck. Aw, you broke your box. I'll find you a new one. All right. Yeah, do some of this terrain, I guess. While we're waiting, it's just gonna be gray. It's not anything crazy. Just using up the last of my gray paint. Poor Mouse, yeah, bro. Poor Mouse has broken his box. He's got another one over there, so I just have to throw this one away. But yeah. Poor cat is so fat. I have to stop feeding him. He's so fat. I'm gonna just get a drop of this. 2 drops. The runic gray. I got that color by accident because I thought it would be grayer. Um, it's doing well for a wash for me. So I'm happy for that. And that is the important thing, is that I don't have buyer's remorse. So I can continue to buy more and more stuff. I would go balls to the wall on this rebar. I just don't particularly want to. And by balls to the walls, I just mean paint it bronze, like rebar's supposed to be. I will say though, Citadel colors are fun. I'm gonna start doing more. When I start running out of like silver, like my bottles of paint, these, I'll start getting green citadels, not green citadels. Just thinking about painting green salamanders, man, all the time. It's all I ever do. I should have painted this guy, the Space Marine, a different color, and that way I'd be like, "Oh, this is your faction." Not like a Black Templar getting eaten apart. The only problem is Black Templars aren't psychers; they are anti-psychers, so that wouldn't have worked. All right, we're gonna just put some blood on this. All right, that's all taken care of. I think the orange is good enough dried. Just put just a pool of blood. Give me a second. Oh, I thought it would work better. I just want to like drop. Like it ripped apart. I just messed up my water. Oops. Now it's pink. All right. Nuclear Sunrise. Where is you? There you are. Oh, I love this paint. It's my favorite. I need more excuses to use it. Yeah, it's more than enough. All right. Just gonna go over this orange. I immediately regret this and wanted to do the yellow, because this will just turn it into like a red yellow. You know what? Let's just do it on all of it, like the green and stuff. Have it the green tinted like a red. When it dries, it looks really good. I love it. When I first used it, I used it wrong, and then I had to go back over it several times. But once I fixed it and once I figured it out, it was great. Yeah. Nuclear Sunrise. All right. I'm pretty much done. Wait for more of this. Wait for this to dry, and then put more because it's the best. Done. All right. Um, Overall, I think it turned out really well. A few hiccups at the very beginning. These pointy, sticky, ouchy maw. I'm not painting every individual one of those. I don't have the willpower. I really, really don't. But overall, it turned out really well. The Nuclear Sunrise is pooling. But once that starts to dry, we're gonna do just the rest of this into it. Um, just go ahead and start doing it. Gives it this like orange tint, like you see in like Bethesda games. And that same thing happened. It's I don't know if I'm not waiting long enough for my green paint to dry or my other paints to dry, but it's like melting. Huh. I have to look into that. Go ahead and do a drop in here into that green too. All right. Well, now it's just cleaning up, and that's the psychophage done. That pooling under the blood did really well. So let's add some more red to the arm. It's a lot of blood. All right. Didn't turn out exactly like we wanted to, but that's something I'm pretty happy with and happy to have painted. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here and get cleaned up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It does. It did come together really great. I'm not 100% happy with it. I had something else in mind, but it is literally what it is. I can't do nothing about it. But yeah. All right.